So this is my AOR app I named EggFriend. It's a Tamagotchi style pet game with networking. And in these videos I'm recording from Ireland and my partner is recording from Poland with me on the left. To start, we place down our origin flags. These are where we center our game around to be, which everything is then placed around. And I then join my partner's network room. I type in the code that she has on their screen and it joins her room. And then there's a list of players in the room with us, where her as the host. She places her egg friend and I place mine. And they're the correct positioning from each other on both of our screens, just because we have the green point to base ourselves off of. And then my partner starts the shooting mini game. And we go into a mini game where enemies will just start spawning from all directions around our players. And we just have to shoot using our crosshairs just by tapping on the screen. And both the enemies and the bullets are just networked across as well. The positioning of them and everything can just be seen on both screens. So the enemies are just heading towards either one of the egg friends and trying to hit them. And we get a point for everyone that we kill. And we go until one of the eggs is hit by an enemy. Usually in online games, everyone has the same center point since everyone's in the same level, so it's easy to network locations and positions. But in AOR, the center point, I believe, is where the device loads the app from, so that's not shared between devices, since someone could change room and be 100 units away from the center point, while someone else is still at 000. So that green cube is where everything ties to before being networked. It's basically a reference point. And I think here is where we just decide to let the player eggs get hit so we can continue with the showcase. Here I pick up the Unity pin, which has the image that will be tracked. As soon as my camera sees it, it'll place a cupcake, and the eggs will just float to it or walk to it and start eating the cupcake. And on my screen, I'm holding the image which the cupcake uses for its position, but on my partner's screen, that cupcake's just floating around since its position is just being networked across. So both of us see the cupcake, but I'm actually holding it, and it's just floating around. And that could be going both ways with the network. There could be two cupcakes going on, with one floating for me, and my partner holding a Unity pin. And so the eggs will just eat the cupcake when they get close to it. And then here's just a shooting mini game again, just to showcase it with a lot more enemies and bullets going on. As you can see, we're able to start seeing each other's bullets. When designing this mini game, I just wanted to make one that anyone could network across. I just want to show off the AOR mostly, but the game came out pretty cool. Notably, you can tell where the other person's device is from the bullets that are just coming from the air. But if this was recorded in the same room, you'd see the bullets coming from the other person's device from their camera, which is not something you usually see in AOR, because a lot of AOR stuff is made single player. But with this, if this was with multiple people, you'd see through the AOR, phones shooting bullets out of them for this game. So loads of enemies just start spawning. We just start shooting them. This game is pretty cool because you can just see enemies from all over the place, and you just have to keep on looking around and shooting at them. And you really have to communicate, who's looking where, especially when you're not in the same room, who's looking where at what point. And then we eventually lose. And so lastly, just to explain the green cube better, it's placed with the green flag at the bottom right. And the app was originally designed for players to be in the same room primarily. And so if everyone placed their green cube at the same place, then everyone would see their eggs spawned at the same places on the same table. And then, the cupcake interaction would work across for everybody. But I couldn't do that. My partner's in Poland. And so I showcased it from different countries. But in the end, that's probably better, showcasing it from faraway destinations, and it still works perfectly fine and is networked across. Um, and this could work with more than two people. You'd have multiple legs going on from loads of different places, and yeah, in the end, this is something I really like about AOR and VR. When they're networked across, you're interacting through tracking and motion tracking and stuff, which is a lot better than games which just track button inputs and it's all very static. So, um, this works out a lot better anyway.